Hi guys, in the summer I did quite a few videos about solar lights, or garden lights, stick lights I think they call them. This one is a few years old and it's been in the front garden, on the front driveway, and clearly it's been driven over at some time. I spotted it this morning. I've tried charging it, putting it in a bright light for a while, and nothing happens. So I think there's a very good chance the LED itself has been crushed. Can we get close up on that? Yeah. So I think that's probably the problem, that the LED's dead. But we'll take it apart and we'll see if we can put a battery on there, a charged battery, just to light the LED if it still works. If it doesn't, then I guess we can change the LED. I've no doubt this one originally came from Poundland. That's where most of my solar lights come from. That's where most of my purchases are, Poundland. Okay, what we got in there? Well, we've got a battery. And we've got some remains of some insects. Let's just measure the battery. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Oh, right, so clearly that hasn't been charging. As I say, I did put it under a bright light for a while anyway, just to try and encourage it. So in that case, if I put a battery across there, you can see if the LED light, ordinary AA battery, should be more than enough. So if I go on the negative there, on the positive there, and the negative there, oh yeah, LED still works. Obviously I've put a bit of charge into there, putting the battery straight across it, and the LED's now lighting up. Nothing conclusive there. I was hoping it might have just been these wires had corroded and it wasn't getting charge into the battery. Well, it may have been that. I'll re-terminate them and put it on charge again and see if that is all that's wrong with it. But these have corroded. Right, fairly common problem. The old wires completely refuse to take solder. I think what they are, I think they're copper coated steel, and the copper has corroded away and the steel won't actually take solder. So I'm going to have to replace those wires. I happen to have a couple of spares, the right colour. Nice fresh wires on the battery, but it's still not charged, so we can still fake it, bodge it. Just look at the spotlight on a minute, because that ought to be enough to turn the LED off, and it's not. So I would say that chip there is not functioning correctly. How about, can we measure any voltage coming off this fella. I would expect to see some voltage there. We're getting nothing. Nah, that's virtually nothing. I'd expect much more from a little panel like that. Just for comparison, that's a similar size panel. Yeah, nearly 2 volts coming off that. Now this really isn't worth doing, but if I desolder that and solder it on there, then we can see if we can charge that battery and run that LED. Is there any point when that one works anyway? I suppose it would just prove the point. So that's what I'll do. I'll solder this panel onto that circuit board and see if it charges that battery. I expect what's happened is water has seeped under here and corroded the terminal. Let's try this one. This one's completely spare. Not connected to anything. Well, it's given us 1.3 and it's not even facing the light. Well, straight away, if I turn that over, the LED goes out. So that's definitely sending power into the circuit. So I'll leave that one in a bright light for a while and see if it charges up that battery. And what we ought to do is just leave that to go flat. And that looks like that's going to last for a while now. It must have been that was causing all the trouble. Because now that's disconnected, we're okay. Complete waste of time. I mean, these things are only £1 in Poundland, or actually they've gone up in price now. They're £1.50 this year's model. What I might do in the meantime is I'll heat this up and see if we can actually get that solar panel out of there, because it looks like it's just held in with hot glue. And then if I can get that out, I'll put that other one in there, which is smaller. It'll just be interesting to see if it works. Right, holding it over a hot flame, softened the glue and dropped it out. And the wires stayed there. The panel just dropped straight out, so where it's supposed to make contact, it wasn't. And the LED has finally gone out, so that's fully discharged. I could mount that in there. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll stick this in there. I'll have to desolder it to do it. Fresh wires. Still some power in that. That's crazy, that is. So that can go back in there. That was just sort of laying loose. And then, yeah, we should be able to put it back together, put it on charge or in the sunlight or No sunlight this time of year. We had rain most of the day. Oh, wrong. It's a little one, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm just waffling. I'll put it under a halogen light. That should charge it up. As you can see, I haven't stuck it in place, although there is a bit of sticky there left from the previous one. And it's obviously not going to be waterproof. There's big holes next to it. I might put a bit of sticky tape under there. A bit of foam, sticky both sides. Right, back together and stick it under a light. We'll leave it there to charge up. It looks like it's doing a good job already. Right, it's probably had about 20 minutes, half an hour of charge. So clearly it has taken charge. What we really need to do now is see if it does anything in proper sunlight. Of course, when it's raining like this and grey clouds, we're not going to get much sunlight. What I'll do is I'll leave it here, same as that one, so that when it does actually shine, it sort of lights up the glass, or at least round the rim and a little bit down there. Well, to be quite honest, I forgot to come out and check it when it went dark, so I've had to charge it up again, just so we can see it. So that's the light just sitting on the bottom of that glass, or top is the way it is at the moment. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.